Hello everyone. Today let's talk about computer system architecture. That is one of the very much emerging topic. What is a computer system? You should have a very much better understanding regarding this. Computer system will include the computer along with any software and peripheral devices that are necessary to make the computer function. Every computer system, for example, requires an operating system. Top-down design. Top-down design means in a system, we can see that system can be divided into manageable subparts. That is known as a top-down design. Look at this top-down design example. If we consider digital clock, first of all, it can be divided into three main parts: clock, date, count or stop clock. Then further, these submodules can be divided. Clock can be divided into hours, minutes, and seconds. Date can be divided into month and day. Count or stop clock can be divided into seconds and milliseconds. A top-down design is a decomposition of a system into smaller parts in order to comprehend its compositional subsystems. We divide the main system into subsystems again and again until we end up with unique functionalities. In top-down design, a system's overview is designed specifying yet not detailing any first-level subsystems. Then, every subsystem is refined in greater detail. For example, sometimes dividing into many different levels of subsystem so that the whole specification is decomposed to basic elements. As soon as these base elements are identified, what we do, it is easier to build these elements as computer modules. Once the modules are built, it is effortless to put them together, building the whole system from these individual elements. A top-down design is also known as stepwise design or stepwise refinement. So, what is the definition of stepwise refinement? A way of developing a computer program by first describing general functions, then breaking each function down into details which are refined in successive steps until the whole program is fully defined. Structure chart. Structure chart is a very successful way that we can represent the stepwise refinement or top-down design in a diagrammic way. Let's see that now. A structure chart in computer science, software engineering, and organizational theory is a chart which allows the breakdown of a system to its lowest manageable levels. They are used in structured programming to arrange programming modules into a tree. Each module is represented by a box which contains the module's name. Look at this example. In this structure chart, we manage this main system into subsystems. We divide the main system into subsystems here and we mention the levels. The main system level is level 0, next level is level 1, level 2, like that it will move on. Here, program product of two numbers. It is divided into get numbers, multiply numbers, and display result. Here in the get numbers, we take two numbers. In order to represent the two numbers are taken from this get numbers module, we use two arrows. Uncolored headed, two arrows will be used, and you can name them number 1, number 2, x, y, like that. Then these two numbers will be sent to the multiply numbers module. In order to represent that, again another two arrows will be mentioned. These are not colored headed arrows, uncolored headed arrows. And after the multiply numbers, the product will be generated. That product will be sent to the display result module. Here that's why we measure the product again under this. This is another structure chart. In this structure chart also you can see this uncolored headed arrows and colored headed arrows are there. Always the uncolored headed arrows are representing the variable passing. Colored headed arrows are representing some message passing. So, what is a routine? A routine is also the practice of regularly doing things in a fixed order. What is a subroutine? In computer science, a subroutine, also called procedure, function, routine, method, or subprogram, is a portion of code with a larger program that performs a specific task and is relatively independent of the remaining code. Then, what is a library routine? When a code is used, tested for a longer period of time, if there are no errors or fewer changes that we need to do, that's known as a library routine. A library routine is a debug previously tested program that is a block of code, a subroutine, procedure, or function, often designed to handle commonly occurring problems or tasks. Library routines are stored in a program library and gives names. This allows them to be called into immediate use when needed, even from other programs. Functions and procedures. Functions and procedures are very important topics. The functions. What is a function? Function will execute a set of statements and at the end it will return a value to the place it has been called. A function is a unit of code that is often defined by its role within a greater code structure. Specifically, a function contains a unit of code that works on various inputs, many of which are variables and procedures compute results involving changes to variable values or actual operations based on the inputs. Functions always return a value after the execution, but procedures are totally different. Procedures do not return a value after the execution. Other than that, it will do some other tasks like assigning values, storing a value in a database, like that. So this is one example regarding the function. Function code will execute and it will return a value. In Pascal, a function is defined using the function keyword. The general form of a function definition is as follows. We are going to talk about functions and procedures very in detail using another video. This is the example continuing. What about the procedures? Procedures will never return a value back to the place which it has been called. But still, a procedure will do a task, then assign a value, then after that, output a value like that some other processing it will do. In computer programming, a procedure is an independent code module that fulfills some concrete task and is referenced within a larger body of source code. This kind of code item can also be called a function or a subroutine. The fundamental role of a procedure is to offer a single point of reference for some small goal or task that the developer or programmer can trigger by invoking the procedure itself. A procedure may also be referred to as a function, subroutine, routine, method, or subprogram. Here is a simple example of a procedure. We're going to talk about it. Procedures also is in another video. Complexity of an algorithm. Complexity of an algorithm is really important. Let's see. Complexity of algorithm depending on the number of codes we are using and how many loops, condition statements we are using in the loop. Other than that, some other built-in functions, procedures functions also considering when we talk about the complexity of an algorithm. In sequential programs where statements execute one after the other, then the complexity is lower. When there are loops, the complexity is higher. When there are a lot of loops or loops inside loops, then complexity is even higher. Loops need to iterate so it will get more CPU time to execute. That will increase complexity of the algorithm. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching and subscribe to my Nirmani Geeks Unleashed to watch more technological advancements like this. Have a great day.